Kitakubu.
Hey everyone, KitaSean here, so welcome back to another Fate Grand Order video. So we are here on the Fate Grand Order wiki page, and we're going to be talking about the brand new 5-star archer for the JP version of Fate Grand Order, Takasugi Shinsaku. So, we all really wanted him as a playable servant. He's finally here in the game. Happy that NPC jail is now releasing these prisoners to the game. So can we expect more NPC servants to come out? I think so. So yeah, it's really awesome to see Takasugi come out as a playable servant. So we're gonna go ahead and look at his skills, stats, MP of course, and talk about him a little bit. And honestly, I actually think Takasugi is pretty good. Is he the best? No, but I do think he has some really respectable stats and skills. But there is one part of him I kind of am confused on why they gave him that, but we'll talk about that in a bit. So let's go ahead and talk about Takasugi. So once again, he is a 5-star archer. He is AoE, unfortunately. I don't know why I'm saying unfortunately, but we've been getting a lot of AoEs recently, so it would have been really cool to see a single target. Like I preferred a single target. I thought that would have been really cool, but I mean at the same time I kind of thought he was going to be a saber. But I don't know. I haven't rolled for him yet. I haven't really seen any gameplay yet, so I haven't read his lore yet, so I don't really know why he is an archer. But I mean, we'll eventually see as I play more of the event and roll for him and use him, kind of stuff. But looking at his attack power, so base attack is 12,218, and then you add the Grail and the foes, so it can go to 1315, and HP 12,965. I'm actually I'm actually kind of surprised that he has a pretty high attack. I think that's actually really nice to see. And then scrolling down a little bit, we have his stats here. Star Absorption 149, which makes sense. He is a quick servant. Star Generation 8%. MP charge on attack is 0.57. MP charge defense 3%. 2 quicks, 1 arts, 2 busters. So yeah, he is a quick servant. I think this is pretty ideal to see as a quick servant. I think this is great when it comes to the card deck, and he can loop. Like that's already confirmed. He can loop, which is great. So I actually think this is really good for a looping servant. Let's go ahead and scroll down a little bit more. So skill 1. So the skill 1 increases or powers up the quick and buster for 3 turns up to 20% at level 10. Basic. Kind of wish I thought 30 there, but I mean, I'm sure because he can loop with this, it's 20% is fine. And then we have the overcharge party's MP by 1 stage for 1 time 3 turns. So the entire party. That's really good. It's AoE. That's nice. Obviously, that helps him out a lot too. So yeah, that's great. This first skill, definitely something you need to level up first. Second skill, increase one ally's critical damage for 3 turns. So it's only one ally, unfortunately, not the whole party. Kind of interesting because the first skill, they give to the entire party. But I mean, whatever. That you're most likely going to put this on Takasugi because he's going to be your farmer. Reduce their skill cooldown by 1, so obviously that's going to help out as well. So yeah, this would have been nice if it was AoE, but I mean, this is a great skill for Takasugi himself, and the crit damage is 30 to 50%. That's huge. Third skill is grants self guts for 1 time 3 turns, so he has survivability. Charge own MP gauge, which is max 30%, and then increase own attack for 3 turns, 20 to 30%. Okay, so that's where the 30% went. Got it. But okay, yeah, for sure, he can definitely farm for sure with that stats. The attack damage and the card count. Oh, how much is card counts? Yeah, 4, 4, 5. Oh yeah, 4, 4, 4, 4, 5. Yeah, he's definitely gonna be looping. So this is where I actually question the devs a little bit. Magic resistance D. I don't know why it's so low, but increase own debuff resistance 12 to 12.5%. Independent action B, increase own critical damage by 8%, so more crit damage there. And then the third skill is the third passive skill is kind of weird, interesting. Increase own art performance by 6%, increase own critical damage by 6%. The crit damage, great. Arts, only 1 arts card, but I mean, I guess he can definitely gain more MP with that if you hit with his arts card. So I mean, it's nothing crazy, but kind of interesting why they went with that route. Pen skill, same. Third skill is against rulers. Okay, interesting. And then the MP here. So MP B+, it's anti-army, 8 hits. So yes, he is looping. And then no effects on it. Oh, interesting. Okay. Okay, if they're gonna upgrade him, definitely the MP for sure. Like only AoE. I was expecting to see some effects on him, but yeah, okay. I mean, there was rumors about I think they actually revealed it during a Famitsu article, which I gotta talk about soon. But I forgot which servant it was. I think it was a Guda servant. But they basically said that this servant wasn't supposed to be released in FGO as a playable servant, but because of popularity, they're like, okay, let's add him. So maybe Takasugi was that reason. They're like, oh shoot, Takasugi is actually really popular, guys. Maybe we should actually make him playable. So maybe they just didn't have the time to develop something, or they're like, let's just make him basic as possible. Because I mean, look at the skills. His skills, he looks pretty basic. But yeah, if they were to buff him, this is definitely something they should touch. I was gonna say they should probably do something with the second skill, if anything, if they're gonna buff him. But this is definitely where they need to buff him. But I mean, he doesn't need buffing at all, honestly, because he can loop and he can do actually really good damage. But if they were going to do something, it'd be this one right here. But overcharge effect, increase arts buster and quick for 1 turn, and then increase critical damage for 3 turns, and that's actually really good. Wow, the overcharge. So you definitely want to like give him some MP levels. That's huge. 40, 40, 40, 50. Eee. That's really good. Damn. Yeah. If they're gonna do something, it'd be the MP. But like that overcharge effect is pretty crazy. Oh yeah, that's huge. That's huge. But yeah, he can farm. He's strong, and he's very ikemen. Everyone loves him. Takasugi is definitely a servant I would recommend rolling for if you need a archer looper or any kind of like quick archer looper. But again, I kind of wish he was single target. That would have been really nice to see. I've been wanting to see another, archer single target, but as a quick or buster, and unfortunately they made him AoE instead. But again, very interesting. Kind of feels like they had him in the database, but never released him. Like they made him when the game first released, and they're like, okay, let's just not touch him for a bit. Or it's more like they just rushed and made him, kind of thing. That's what it feels like. It feels like one of the two, honestly. But no, this is still. I mean, I still think he's really strong. I wouldn't really give him like an A+ tier, unfortunately. I do think there are some other servants that are better for sure when it comes to looping or when it comes to being an archer looper. But I mean, it's still cool. Like, at least he's playable. That's the good part. At least he's a brand new servant that's playable. There's gonna be fans that use him, and I mean, it's just great to see him actually be playable. So yeah, Takasugi Shinsaku. I think he's a great servant and definitely I don't think he's a must roll. I think he's just like, okay, if you don't have anything, yes, but if you already have something, you can skip on him. But personally for me, I do want Takasugi Shinsaku. I think he's a really cool looking servant, and yeah, you'll probably see a gacha video sooner or later, probably a day or two from now. But yeah, Takasugi Shinsaku, definitely a good servant.